This tutorial is going to be about creating a game where you can choose the character that plays your game, and whichever one you choose, that will be what the character looks like throughout the course of the game. So I just have a very simple example. This will be linked with this tutorial as well, where you choose your character by clicking on the character that you want to play. So I chose the girl here, and I just coded some simple stuff. This is not a real game. And then notice that as we go from scene to scene, the character moves through, and then if we replay and now I want to be a different character, we can do that. And again, the nice thing about this, doing it the way that I'm going to show you, is that you don't have to make a scene like your level 1 scene. You don't need to make a level 1 scene for each character. You just have the code. Once you choose the character, put that character into the level 1 so you don't have to repeat things over and over again. So I'm going to go to my editor in GameSalad here. So let's just take a look at what I have going on here. So I just have 4 levels, level 1, level 2, level 3, and the choice level. Now I want you to notice on each of these levels, look at this rectangle right here. This is actually the character in the game. And all we do is, it's a white square here, but what we do is we put code in so that this white square changes to whatever character I want it to change to. If I preview the game, and I'm not going to click on a character, I'm just going to go to level 1. Notice on level 1, it's this white rectangle that's moving around. But if I click on a character, now that white rectangle goes away, and it's the character that I chose to play the game. So I'm going to go kind of quickly here and kind of tell you what you need to do, and then you can, meet with me if you need to as you go on. Okay, so you make your levels like normal. You don't have to change anything in your levels. The key will be the actor that you put on the level. So let's take a look at our actors. So at the moment, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 actors. So you'll notice I have character 1 pick, character 2 pick, character 3 pick. So what I've done here, these are the actors that are on the choice scene. So if I go to layers and look at the background here, notice I have this choose character text. That's one of the actors, just the text at the top. But character 3 pick, 2, and 1, that's these right here. These are not actually the actors that are on the scene. The character 3 pick actor, if I choose this third character here, is not the one that goes to the scene. All I do is change that white rectangle to the character, and I'll show you how to do that. Now notice I have one actor called playable character. This character, let me close the code here for just a second. This character is that white rectangle over here. That's what you see on the scene with it. And all we do is we put code in that changes the image from a white square to whatever actor we want it to be. Then the other things I have aren't really important for the actual game. It's really these 4 characters, or these 4 actors, excuse me, right here that are important. So the first thing that you're going to do this is you need to make a game attribute. So in the inspector, you're going to go to game. You're going to add a new attribute and just make it an integer. Okay, and you're going to call, I'm going to delete this one because I have already done it. I'm just going to call it, I called mine character picker and set it to 0. And what will happen is when we click on each character, we'll assign them a number. And based on that number that it is, that's the image that will be brought into the game. So let's just take a look at character 1. And again, this is the character that's on the choose your character screen. This is not the actor that's on the gameplay screen. So the code just simply says, if touch pressed, then change attribute game.characterPicker to 1. So that's this attribute, this game attribute, change from 0 to 1. And then go to the scene. So just go to the scene to start the game. So what we've done is we've changed the attribute to 1. So now let me go to the playable character. Well, actually, let me just show you that for character 2 and 3, the code is exactly the same. It is touch pressed, but for character 2, it's change character picker to 2, go to level 1. Character picker 3, same thing. Character picker 3, go to level 1. Because again, these are not the actors that are on the scene. So the playable character is on the scene. And so I just have 2 pieces of code in here for now. Again, this is not a real game. I have no jump, I have no enemies or anything. It's just to show you how to get this to happen. So let's start with the character image choice. In fact, I'm not even going to show you the movement because you'll do the movement for your own game. The key is what I have here. So this group, I have a couple of pieces of code, 3 pieces of code specifically that you're going to apply. So this will then take one of those characters and put it into this actor. So the rule is if the game character picker, so that's that attribute, that game attribute. So this is an attribute comparison. So you would add this by picking an attribute comparison. So I'm going to delete, I'll just do it again. So if, let me do this again. So if game character picker, and again, if you call yours something slightly different, you would choose that here, equals 1, because this is character 1, change image. So in behaviors, find the change image attribute. So I'll go ahead and delete this. And then click here, and then you should see a list of all your actors or all your images pop up, and you choose that image. And then the same thing was done for characters 2 and 3. I don't know why character 2 looks all pixelated like that. Now, something I forgot to tell you that I should have told you before this is you need to have these images in your game. So whether you made them or downloaded them, whatever it might be, you need to bring them into your game. So if you click on images here, this is where you will upload any images that you have on your computer. So I can add another image. I click the plus sign, and I will just pick something random that's on my computer right here. So I'll just pick that. And then you're able to choose these images and make them part of the game. So you have to have these here, whether you made them or downloaded them, whatever it might be. One thing you'll want to do, though, is you'll want these images to be similar sizes when you bring them into the game, because if one of them is really large and and they also similar proportions, like all of these actors are kind of taller than they are wide. If you had differences like that, the character might end up, because the character has to fit into the rectangle, and so it might end up distorting the character. So that's one thing to think about as well. Okay, if I go back to my actors here, one thing again to notice is these characters don't have, because they're just on that home screen, that level, not level 1, the home screen, the character picker scene, they don't need any movement code or anything like that, because again, these are not the actors. It's this playable character that has all the movement code so that when it's on the scenes, it will behave the way it should behave. Okay? All right, so give that a try. Remember, the key is game attribute, set to 0. If you have however many characters you have, you will assign each character a number. When you click on that character, so this character is assigned number 1, this is assigned number 2, this is assigned number 3. The code then says if the game, character picker is 2, this is the image that should be shown. And again, that image is from my images tab here. I have pix 1, pix 2, pix 3. So that's why this says if game character picker equals 1, change it to pix 1. Now the name of the file does not matter. It's not that I have a 1 here and a 1 there that they match up. It's just I try to keep myself organized. But the name of this, when I bring it in, could be anything. Like I can change this now. If I click away from it, I can change it now to token. And now watch what happens if I preview this. And I click this character 1, now it's the token. And see how it's all distorted right there? But same thing, it'll move around just like it did in the other. So you can have it be any image that you have put into the game. Okay, I hope that's clear. I think it'll save you a lot of time. From some students in the past, they've made a different like maze. Like if they have 5 characters, they made 5 scene 1s and 5 scene 2s, and that's way, way, way too much work. This will save you quite a bit of time. All right, good luck.